I can't stand bad shoppers. Is this thing on? Okay, before I start this, I just want to dedicate this entire video to all those who work into some sort of store, whether it's a supermarket, a grocery store, a fucking corner store. I don't care. This is dedicated to you. Okay, I work at Target. Now, let me tell you now, some of the customers we get in Target are some complete and utter bullshit. Okay, we've got this whole procedure that we're supposed to do to make sure that everything is nice and easy for the customers and, or as we call them, guests, and everything to come through and just streamline their whole process, and that they're not spending hours on end looking for one thing in the store, unless they want it. Whatever. Anyway, what really pisses me off about this though is that we sit here and bust our balls all fucking day to make sure everything is as comfortable as we can make it for them, and they still catching a fucking attitude with us. I mean, what the shit? Mistakes happen. Get the fuck over it. Okay, first of all, if you're one of the people I'm talking about coming to stores and just bullshit for no reason, let me tell you now. The phrase, the customer is always right, is a lie. Just like the cake. A lot of the time we have people who will call the store first looking for an item, and I like these guys the best because they're not nearly in the store long enough for me to have to deal with them in person. Or they'll call the store and ask for an item. We'll pull the item and hold on to it for them. They'll come and pick it up and leave. Everything's nice and easy. Sometimes they'll call the store. We won't have it in stock. They'll ask us when we'll get it in stock, and we tell them that we don't fucking know because, well, we don't fucking know. It's too much bullshit to figure out what the hell is coming on the truck that's coming in that night, and we're not going to go through it. Sometimes we have people who call the store looking for an item that we've actually stopped selling, and no matter what any of the regular team members say, that, to tell them that we stopped selling it, they don't seem to believe us. They think we're just bullshitting them, and we don't want them to come into the store to deal with, which, truthfully, I don't. But that's not the point. They'll ask for a supervisor who will come by and tell them the exact same shit, which they will then accept because apparently a title just means everything. Sometimes we have people who just show up at the store without even bothering to call first. And, when they come in and find that we don't have whatever they're looking for in stock, they want to start bitching and complaining to us about coming so far out of their way. Like, for instance, this one guy who keeps coming into my store, I've had to deal with him 3 times already. He comes in looking for this one item, which, of course, he's got the worst timing in the world because we never have it whenever he's in. And each time, apparently he doesn't seem to remember me, but each time he's complained to me saying, I've come from so far away looking for this one item. I feel like I've wasted my time. And I so badly want to say to him, you have wasted your time. Because you could have just as easily called us first and asked if we had it. Then you wouldn't have had to come all this way. Don't bitch to me about not having it in stock just because you need it. That's one person. One. One insignificant person of the hundreds we get daily. Fuck, we really don't need your money. That's the best part about it. But anyways, I keep telling them, next time, call the store first before you come in, see if we have it in stock, which, of course, he doesn't do. Another thing that pisses me off is people who leave their cart. Seriously, first of all, if you don't want us to put your shit back, don't leave your cart. If we see a cart sitting in any place for more than 5 minutes, it is going to get reshot. What reshot means is we're going to take it and take everything out of the cart and put it back where it belongs. So that way other people can buy it. I've actually had 3 people in the last month come up to me because their cart went missing. Which, 2 of those times, I had actually been the one to reshop it because it had been sitting there for 10 minutes. The best part is, one of these people had the audacity to actually try and lie to me. Let me explain this scenario. I find a cart sitting somewhere for, I don't know, I actually think I waited 15 minutes that time before I picked it up. I take it, I reshop it, someone comes over all pissed off talking about they can't find their cart because it was, they had set it at the bottom of an escalator while they went upstairs. We have elevators and cart escalators that they can use to take their cars upstairs. Okay? So, this chick sits here and tells me she went upstairs to go get some stuff that she wanted to buy. But she didn't want to take the cart up the cart escalator because there was stuff sitting in the basket she didn't want to fall out. There's a seat that you can raise up so the stuff won't fall out of the basket. You know, out of that little child seat part so the stuff won't fall out of the basket. One. Two, the cart escalator actually takes the cart up on a level plane. That way stuff won't shift while going up it and possibly roll out of the cart. And three, if she was so worried about it, there's a fucking elevator. But anyways, she comes over to me talking about she can't find her cart and she wants to know what happened to it. I asked her how long she had left the cart waiting. She said 5 minutes. Bullshit number one. I saw it for 15. I know I saw it for 15, and I didn't even bother telling her where it went. I acted like, hey, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and I tried helping her find it. It was really fun. Anyways, bullshit number one, 5 minutes. She's sitting there going on, talking about how it took her forever to find all this stuff, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, whatever. It was, maybe 10 items. You know where they are now. You can easily pick them up. And she's sitting there, but then I go upstairs for 10 minutes. Oh, wait. It was 5 a second ago. What happened? Yeah. Bullshit number two. She's going on and on about it, and then she's getting pissed off at me like it's my fault, even though it is, but I'm playing the innocent bystander, and it was fun. It was really fun. Getting pissed off at me, and luckily somebody else was working on Reshop with me, so I've made it seem like I wasn't the one working on Reshop as they came by looking for it. And so, anyways, as we go through, I end up trying to help them. I tell them to go check and get services, which it's not going to be there because it's back on the shelf. They end up getting pissed off and want to speak to a manager. I get my supervisor to come over and talk to her. He talks to her, goes through the entire bullshit that I did. She ends up storming off mad as shit without her stuff. And actually, me and my supervisor had a good laugh about it. A lot of the time, we also end up having to pull more stuff for the guests because they're all, bent out of shape about a possible tear in the box, or, the box might be slightly dented out, and they're like, oh, what if this stuff is broken, or if it's damaged? A lot of the stuff that, we would have to worry about being damaged because the box is bent up is normally encased in styrofoam or bubble wrap or some other shit to protect it inside of said box. And what pisses me off about it is that I know that it's actually safe. But they still insist that we end up getting another one, which most of the time it's like a bookcase or something, so it's heavy as fucking shit. Hell, some of the times when the box is slightly demped up and there's really nothing wrong with it, the managers still end up giving like a 15 or 20% discount, which is bullshit. There's no way we should be giving a discount for something that isn't broken at all. It's bullshit. Funny thing is, when it comes to merchandise like this, apparently different targets work differently, because me and my mother went to a different target, not mine, a different one, looking to buy a PS3, because apparently no place in the world has PS3s in stock. I blame Sony for that one. Oh, Sony. It disappointed me so badly. But anyways, we find one. They have one there. It's got a dent on the box. Small dent on the corner. It's not going to do anything. There's no way that the system or anything inside of the box is damaged. The dent is way too small. They call a manager over. Wait. One of the team members helps us out. Sees the dent. They're like, well, let me call the manager over first. He comes over. He looks at it. Oh, no, wait. We're not supposed to have this one on the stock because it's damaged. It's blah, blah, blah. It's corner, blah, 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 blah. I was like, wait. No, it's not. That dent is far too small to actually do any damage to anything in the box. Hell, the styrofoam is probably still in perfect shape. He's sitting there, well, we could take it back. And my mom's like, no, fuck it. I'll just buy that one instead. It'll be fine. If it doesn't work, and I can always bring it back and exchange it, get my money back. I was like, well, can't you at least give me a discount to it? Because the Things box is like, well, no, actually, since I told you that it's dented and we're not supposed to sell it, I actually am not allowed to give you a discount. Enough about that. It's pissing me off too much. Next subject. Children. I hate children. I really hate children who come to the store. I really, really hate children who come to the store. Especially with parents who don't give a fuck. There's these two kids. I see them repeatedly in my store. And each time they always do the same thing. I keep seeing them coming to the store. They're always playing around. They're running through the store playing around. And the same one falls and hurts herself every fucking time. And starts crying and whining like a little... You shouldn't have been running in the first place, damn it. Fuck. Anyways, yeah, one, we've had that. Two, there was actually this one chick. I don't even know who she is. I never saw her. I never saw her. The only thing I know, she ended up leaving her child in the store. That happens a couple of times. They end up coming back worried. They find their child, and everything's fine. This chick left her child about the time I started work. I normally only work 5.5 hours a day. I see the child. She's at the front waiting for her mother to come back. As the day goes on, I see the child is still there. We close. We start closing. The child is still there. It's almost 5 hours. The child's been in the store. No parent loses their child for 5 hours and doesn't think to go back to some maybe large store first where they were at. I am absolutely positive this person actually left their child in the store. If you don't want children, there are certain steps you can take to prevent that. Okay? 1. Condoms. Beautiful thing. They don't always work, sure. Sometimes you might still get pregnant with a condom. But still, condoms. 2, abstinence. That's completely proven not to work. You will never get pregnant if you are abstinent. Ever. Well, that's not entirely true. As long as you never have sex, as long as no dick enters your vagina, you will never have a child. Look, problem solved. Okay. 3, if you do end up having a child, put it up for adoption. Let somebody else take care of it and raise it as their own. Because then the child will get born. You don't have to deal with it. And you won't have to leave it in my fucking store. Shit, that was the most bullshit, weakest shit I have ever seen. And if you're watching this video, you are fucked up.